Audio Jungle.
English scientist Alan Matheson Turing was born on June 23 of 1912 in Maida Vale, London, England. At a young age, he displayed signs of high intelligence, which some of his teachers recognized but did not necessarily respect. When Turing attended the well-known independent Sherborne School at the age of 13, he became particularly interested in math and science.
After Sherborne, Turing enrolled at King's College in Cambridge, England, studying there from 1931 to 1934. As a result of his dissertation, in which he proved the central limit theorem, Turing was elected a fellow at the school upon his graduation.
Alan Turing proposed an experiment between a psychiatrist and a computer software and a patient who had schizophrenia, in which the goal was to know if the doctor would be able to differentiate the software from the patients. The main purpose was to discover how far the computer could go as a human patient without being noticed by the doctors, because he believed programming could only reach a 70% rate of success after 5 minutes, but the process was slower than he predicted. Up to this day, the scientists haven't been able to create a robot which can be able to almost pass the test.
What Turing wanted was to avoid the question, can a machine think? Because he thought that it is so imprecise to even consider it worthy to answer. So the test now is accepted as a way to judge if a program is able to think. The objective of the test is to analyze if the programmed computers have mind of their own, in the same way as humans do. So the test is merely considered as a point of reference.
Thanks to all the controversy caused by the creation of artificial intelligence, scientists, philosophers, and common people have established their own point of view by trying to answer the scientific and philosophical questions that might be involved, such as, is it possible that a software can imitate the way of how humans reason at the point in which humans can differentiate it? And what is the difference with the processing of information of a human and a computer?
So thanks to this, American philosopher John Searle made an experiment in 1980 in which he established the most deceiving challenge of the Turing's test, in where Searle imagined himself as an English speaker who did not speak any Chinese, in a room where they handed him textbooks with all the Chinese symbols translated to English. With the pass of time, he acquired such skill that his answers were as good as a native Chinese speaker, while he didn't actually understand Chinese, so everything that he was doing was to manipulate the unintelligible signs.
Producing correct messages in response to those that were received is exactly what a computer does. Searle expresses that the man in the Chinese room was a manipulator of the signs by being based in rules, but he can understand the meaning of semantics. There is no comprehension, neither intelligence, neither mind. All is just a simulation of all these processes, exactly what a computer does.
Today's technology is not sufficiently advanced to make a 100% human-like computer, but scientists have achieved creating the closest one, which is Sophia. Manufactured by the Japanese company Hanson Robotics, Sophia is able to start a conversation with another human being, show 62 facial expressions, and process practically all the information that comes to their eyes as the motion of their interlocutors according to their gestures. Sophia has developed her own personality and has actually participated in different interviews with people who have claimed that talking to her is like having a normal conversation with a human.
Many people are scared about the advances in technology that have been going on lately. Thanks to the power of machines now have to access all data that is available in the internet. But technology hasn't arrived to the point in which robots can do something if they aren't programmed to that. Recently, a lot of disputes about this topic have been going on since it is something that will affect directly the future of the world and how it works, especially considering all the different opinions that people might have about robots.
This case is not such as problematic, if not a case in which we have to analyze to what extent the technology can advance or evolve. If it evolves to such a degree that a computer can imitate the functioning of the human brain, like the senses, conscience, feelings, etc., at that moment we will be in danger, because robots will continue to replace the human species, taking away the work and everything we can do to a much bigger extent of what it has actually been done. The use of reason and knowledge is almost impossible to replace or duplicate the use of a machine, since they cannot have a personality as unique as the one that every human being in the world has, since it is different in every person.